1. When everything seems lost, when the people you trusted have left you behind, and the world has stripped away every comfort, you still have one thing left: the choice to keep moving. Survival isn't always about skill or strength. Sometimes it's about refusing to stop, one crawl at a time. 2. True leadership isn't always about force or position. Sometimes it's about living so fully in the role you believe in that others can't help but believe in it too. Joshua Norton's reign was a reminder that dignity, humor, and vision can earn more loyalty than any throne or crown ever could. 3. Courage isn't always about charging forward with a weapon in hand. Sometimes it's about holding your ground in your beliefs, even when everyone around you doubts you aren't. Proving that your strength lies not in taking life, but in saving it. 4. Your worth isn't defined by the recognition you receive. It's defined by the life you live and the values you refuse to surrender. Eugene Bullard's life was proof that dignity and courage know no borders, and that a man can be a hero even if his own country refuses to see it. 5. Leadership is tested not when things go to plan, but when everything falls apart. Shackleton's greatest achievement was crossing Antarctica. It was keeping hope alive when the ice closed in, and proving that in the worst of circumstances, the leader's job is to bring everyone home. 6. Loyalty is a virtue, but when it blinds you to reality, it can become a prison. Onoda's story is a reminder that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is accept that the war, whatever your war may be, is over, and it's time to live again. 7. The bravest acts often happen in the darkest places, far from the eyes of the world. Peleki's life is a reminder that courage isn't just facing danger, it's choosing to walk into it when others turn away, and holding your ground for as long as it takes. 8. Courage and belief can take you far, but they are most powerful when paired with preparation. Morris Wilson's story is a testament to the heights the human spirit can aspire to, and a reminder that dreams burn brightest when tempered with readiness for the climb ahead. 9. Innovation often comes from the most unexpected places, but so does resistance. Farnsworth's story is a reminder that creating something world-changing is only half the battle. The other half is fighting for it, even when the odds are stacked against you. 10. Survival often demands more than strength. That requires the willingness to make unthinkable choices to keep going. Jan Balsrad's journey reminds us that even when the cold closes in and the path is almost gone, there is always one more step to take. 11. Survival isn't always about great leaps forward. It's about the will to take the next step, and then the next, no matter how small. Douglas Mawson's story is a testament to the power of persistence, even when the end is nowhere in sight. 12. Bravery isn't the absence of fear, it's running toward the gunfire when others can't move. Roy Benavidez's story is a reminder that true courage is measured not by survival alone, but by how many others you bring out with you. 13. Isolation can break a person or forge them into something unshakable. Alexander Selkirk's survival was built on adaptability and the willingness to shape a life from whatever the island gave him. In the end, survival wasn't just about staying alive, it was about learning to live. 14. Mastery is built in the quiet, away from the spotlight. Simo Hia's story is a reminder that true skill comes from preparation, patience, and discipline, and that, in the right hands, even the simplest tools can be unmatched. 15. Heroism isn't always about seeking glory. Sometimes it's about stepping forward when the moment demands it, regardless of fear or personal belief. Alvin York's story reminds us that ordinary people can rise to extraordinary challenges when they choose to act. 16. Talent can take you far, but it's your choices that decide where you end up. Frank Abagnale's life shows that the same brilliance used for deception can be turned toward building trust, and that redemption is possible when you put your gifts to better use. 17. True courage is not just in facing danger, it's in using your skills for the protection of others. Jim Corbett's life reminds us that the greatest victories are not in destruction, but in the choice to protect life when you can. 18. Great achievements are rarely the work of one person alone. Tenzing Norgay's story is a reminder that glory is best when it's shared, and that those who walk beside us often make our victories possible. The summit may be the goal, but the climb is always a team effort. 19. The size of your challenge doesn't matter as much as the size of your commitment. John Fairfax's journey is a reminder that impossible goals are conquered one stroke at a time, and that persistence can carry you across any ocean. 20. Sometimes survival means making the hardest decision of your life and acting on it. Aaron Ralston's story is a reminder that the will to live can drive us to do what once seemed impossible, and that freedom often comes at a cost. 21. Curiosity is the engine of discovery, but true understanding requires more than just looking. It demands immersion. Richard Francis Burton's life reminds us that the deepest insights come when we are willing to step outside ourselves and truly live in another's world. 22. Leadership is not measured by reaching your original goal. It's measured by how you protect and inspire the people who follow you. Shackleton's promise to bring everyone home and his relentless will to make it happen turned disaster into triumph. 23. Courage isn't only about facing danger. It's about holding to your convictions when the world is against you. Desmond Doss proved that you don't need a weapon to be a warrior, and that one person's faith can save dozens of lives. 24. Dreams that seem impossible require patience, planning, and a willingness to risk everything for beauty. Philippe Petty's walk reminds us that life is richer when we dare to step into the air balanced only by our skill and our courage. 25. Integrity is holding to your values even when it costs you opportunities. Hugh Mulzack's life is a reminder that breaking barriers is never easy, but when you refuse to compromise, you don't just open doors for yourself. You open them for everyone who comes after. 26. Sometimes success comes from not knowing the limits others have accepted. Cliff Young's story reminds us that endurance is built on persistence, and that even the slowest, most unglamorous approach can leave the competition far behind. 27. Creativity isn't always about serious achievements. Sometimes it's about playfulness that brings people together. Taro Tsujimoto's career reminds us that even in competitive environments, a well-timed joke can become a cherished part of history. 28. Great victories often demand great sacrifices. Morris Herzog's climb reminds us that reaching the top weather of a mountain or a personal goal requires courage, resilience, and the acceptance that every summit comes with a price. 29. Limits are often illusions we accept without question. Eliud Kipchoge's run proved that with vision, preparation, and belief, we can push beyond what the world tells us is possible. His mantra, "Human is limited," is a call to every person to challenge their own boundaries. 30. Life is measured not by its length, but by its depth and the impact we leave on others. Randy Pausch's final lecture was not about dying, which is about living with passion, gratitude, and an open heart, no matter how much time we have left.